offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
It's the first carry for the Auburn rookie. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They give it to him again. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Going deep here for the end zone. And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. Things going well so far. All right, some good work on that run back. Brock, he gets this to the 33. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. It's a design boot. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Nix with it on first. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Now a toss. This is Harvey. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
It's Nix out of the pistol. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's a pickup of 9. And the Broncos will have a first down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. 100. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. 2nd down. Here's Nix again. Got a man. It's Marvin Mims. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
1st and 10, it's Harvey. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time. Offensively, you've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion, because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Now they send their back in motion right. 3rd and long for Nix. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Pressure mid, and it's blocked.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. Into a crowd, and intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play.
Well, I suppose some praise is in order for bringing him down almost immediately and preventing a return. Definitely minimized the damage the best they could, but it is still a demoralizing outcome for this offense to give the ball away.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself, and he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Nix from the gun. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They go to him again. And he's stonewalled by this front right at the 3. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Harvey. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return starts at the 9. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll get to work here. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
Yellow, 57.
Play action, Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that. Every defensive preaches it, but when you could score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge results for your team.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Keeps away from 1. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They get 28 out of that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Get to Harvey here from the pistol. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 37-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw Mahomes. Setting up the screen. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Yellow, yellow. 15, 15.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
On the move, headed right. That one's complete, right side. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Yellow.
Back to the air. Mahomes. Oh, no. They get him yet again. Riley Moss with the pick. Into the end zone he goes. A pick 6 for Denver.
I got to imagine this defense right now has got some kind of tell on this quarterback. He's either giving it away with his eyes or his feet. Interception on the previous drive, and this defense once again jumping all over him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Mahomes back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
On the screen, this is White. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Yellow.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, maybe. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs making a one-score game in the first half. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs took the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Chiefs 14.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Broncos looking down a very long field. Just a yard left to go on second down. Giving this to Harvey. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 1-yard gain on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. Has some daylight through the 40. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Throwing here, Nix. Finds a seam down the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Nix looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Third and long, they're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Coming off the edge, and it's blocked. They've got the block near midfield. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And they scoop up the block and don't stop until they reach pay dirt. Shout out to the special teamers, Brock. They got somebody in free to block that kick, and things just got better from there as he took it all the way back.
These special teams coaches, they live in dark places, man, and they look for any vulnerability they can. A lot of times, you're a step slow, just a millisecond away. Not that time. It pays off in the biggest of ways.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. Good work so far. He's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Here's Nix to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Taking a chance to the end zone. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it's going to be second down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Gets it forward for a gain of 3. It's Noel Williams who made the play defensively. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He's been blocked twice. Does not want the strikeout here. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. Nice ride forward, halted after a couple of yards. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making a stop.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of the football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Sending him on the dive. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 43-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
15.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He put everything he's got behind it. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. He rolls to his right. Short pass, he loses the football. And the Broncos corral it. Only a little bit of a run after. He recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down.
Yellow.
Back play straight ahead. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Enough to stop that play with Jahdae Barron.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Cut out left. He dodged the tackle. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Okay, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, they've got that speed and they can take something short and make it.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Chiefs grab the lead on their first series of the half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10. First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Now Nix. Hits his running back. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Nix. This finds Franklin. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second down, give to Harvey. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first and 10, here's Nix. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up second down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. They motion a receiver left. Second down. Here's Nix again. Getting out to his left. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down. First and goal, Denver.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Nix, quick out wide, complete. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Broncos tie us up 28-all. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. Got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. Question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. To the air, Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Complete out to the right side. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Riley Moss with that tackle.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Setting up the screen. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take a 4th quarter lead.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Patterson now to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Mahomes. On the screen, this is White. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards. And the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pistol now for Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Hey, 43.
Here's Mahomes now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether. Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
It's Nix out of the pistol. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. Oh, he lost the football! But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
I think that's one of those cases, Kate, where this defense wished that ball was round. You know, it's not, and it bounces in funny ways, and unfortunately for the defense there, it bounces the wrong way right out of bounds.
Off this, giving it to the big guy on 3rd and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, so often, Kate, we talk about the little guys, right? Get them in space. But how about the big guys? When you can out-muscle them and get them the ball quick like that, they can put some yards together and move those chains.
Buying some time left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Hold on a second. Ready. 180.
From the red zone now. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Hold on a second.
Throwing here, Nix. Finds him over the middle. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. They'll need more of those as they trail by a score.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down.
Hold on a second.
He's back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Going to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
The kick by Patterson is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late. It puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just moments before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
There's a dive up the middle. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball. Could go right over their head.
Hey, son.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch could still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning.
Yellow.
3rd and long for Mahomes. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs down by 10. Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. Gets it to Rice. And they get this down to the 28. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Called in by Worthy, right side. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs making a 4-point game here in the 4th. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, to tie this game in the 4th. So with less than a minute and a half to play, they must recover this onside effort. This one's covered by the Broncos hands team. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Needed to try it, we all get it, but didn't work. Still now have those 3 timeouts to fall back on.
They did need to try it, but I think there is a school of thought of, hey, also kick it deep with those 3 timeouts. So now your defense can't give up a yard. Right now, you've really burdened your defense to get a quick stop, a quick stop, a quick stop, and make sure they do not give up any yardage to this opposing offense.
Let's go defense. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. toss. This is Harvey. And he's out of bounds, so the clock's going to stop, Brock, but the celebration begins. That gets him the first and wins them this ball game.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yep. Hold on a second. Ready.
The first carry now, Brashard Smith. And he's out of bounds, so the clock's going to stop, Brock, but the celebration begins. That gets him the first and wins them this ball game.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Oh, love this. He gets it. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, where they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants.
Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Hold on a second.
That one's out and caught on the right side. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
Chiefs 35.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Has this at the 6. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And the defense piles on at the end here as they take it back for the touchdown. The Broncos can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos take a 3-possession lead.
52. Chiefs 35.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Return starts at the 3. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Mahomes. Pulled in by his back, White. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. We're at a premium in this league.
And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48.
A gain of 15 yards.
So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And they take their first skirmish with their division